Hello, Katrine here from Ride Like a Viking. And today I thought I was going to show you some methods you can use to desensitize your horse to unfamiliar ground layer by using a plastic tarp, or to sounds by using a clapper, or to what we might call flapping plastic by using some plastic on a long whip. Because I think there are many benefits by desensitizing your horse. I'm not sure all horses need it, but the ones who need it will benefit the most. And those are often the reactive type of horses. And basically desensitizing is to me to help your horse find confidence and calmness with scary things. And it's also a great way to prepare your horse for a trail ride, where you have some stream crossing, stuff like that going on, or maybe bushes scratching you, or maybe some flapping plastic from a hay ball nearby that you might encounter, to prepare your horse for those kinds of situations. And it's also a very good way to prepare your horse for instance, a show. But at least I never desensitize a horse without having the horse sensitized first. Because if you can't get your horse out of your space or do anything to calm the horse back down, you can go into real trouble if you start desensitizing your horse. And also, if the only thing you do is desensitizing your horse, like everything you do doesn't have any meaning, then it's going to be really hard to get the same horse to respond to signals. Because this is about teaching your horse the difference between what means something and what doesn't mean something. And to do that, you probably need to do both. So I will take the opportunity to show you how I desensitize my horses. Then I can ask for trot. And I can offer her to slow down. And I can ask for trot. And I can turn her hind end over and rest her by the tarp. Good girl. And see if she will step on it or not. So she still has kind of a choice here, but she has shown that she can step on it and she doesn't really mind. So we'll see what she does. Like, she steps on it, but she rather not. But that's okay, she's not nervous. And that's the whole point. Don't get your horse scared of the tarp. Good girl. So I can try again. Yeah, now she's stopping with all 4 feet on the tarp. Very nice. So it's not about chasing your horse over the tarp, but it's more about making the tarp a resting place. And to be in a safe spot yourself, away from the horse while you are doing this. Like now she has plenty of options to jump off the tarp without jumping on me. She's not constricted in any way. Okay, when the horse is okay with you clapping away from him or her, like this, you can try to do it from the side. So then I would place myself by the side of the horse, if she allows me to, and with like plenty of lead rope for her to move away if she wants to. So the main thing here is don't hold your horse tight while doing this. Always make sure that your horse has a way out. And then I clap from the side and see what happens. Not much is happening, but she has maybe a slightly stiffer neck, and her eyes went like kind of wide open, and she stopped blinking. So when she kind of blinked, I stopped clapping. But she's not moving or anything. Yeah, there she blinked again. And she lowered her neck a bit. Now there we have a reaction. So I want to kind of keep on clapping until she stops reacting. It was not a big reaction, but she kind of spooked a little bit. What you might do if you are suspecting that your horse is kind of, if you are suspecting that your horse is kind of standing still and still being a bit scared, you can end the clapping when the horse moves the body a bit, preferably in a relaxed way. Like I got the feeling that she was kind of going into what I call the statue mode, and that's not really a good place to be in. Like she's trying to stand still, but she really wants to run away. Yeah. Now her neck is much more relaxed than it was earlier. I allow her to follow the bag like this. So the bag is always moving away from her and giving her confidence. So she is now chasing the bag, and there she bumped into it. Yeah, good girl. I think this is kind of horses, you call it seeking behavior in horses. That they run or walk after things that go away from them. Like, see now? Yeah. And she bumped into the bag. And this is a big difference than putting the bag on the horse. Now she put herself on the bag. Allow your horse to see the bag. So don't be in the blind zone. And then you touch the horse with the bag. And then you take it away. And now we have a starting point. So I can then go from the muzzle and underneath her eye and approach her neck like this. Yeah, but she is really cool with this. This is going to be a boring video. And you can do underneath here. Yes, the legs. Very nice. So I think she was really more afraid of the Longines whip than she is of plastic bags. Okay, I'll just leave her to it and just keep doing this thing with the whip. Okay. Like I'm just flicking my whip. I'm not really asking her to do anything with it. I think if she stops at one point or the other, I'm gonna stop flicking my whip. But she's definitely not okay with this. Woohoo. Let's see here. She does not want to turn inwards when I have the whip in my hand. She's like, I wouldn't say terrified, but she's a lot stiffer and more alert. But you can't use a tool that doesn't work. So I might actually have to teach her that the whip is not dangerous. Yeah, good girl. Like this doesn't mean anything. I'm not asking her to do anything, just sniffing the whip. Okay, if they react like that, I go back to asking her to follow the whip. Now she is more in charge. You see? She always walks into it because the whip is going away from her. She is the one following it. From this starting point, it's much easier to touch her with the whip. And then I take it away. And I think even me doing like this kind of bothers her. So that's why I'm going to do that. And I'm going to step backwards from her because she definitely thinks that this means something. Hoopla. So I just have to keep doing this now. I'm not looking at her, that's quite important. I'm just kind of waving the whip here and having her following. Because you can't ride a horse that kind of reacts to whipping half a mile away. This does not mean anything. And when she's relaxed, I stop. And just flicking the whip around here. Waiting for her to relax a bit. Maybe even come forward. Thank you. Good girl. Now I'm going to touch her with the whip. Good girl. I'm going to fling the whip over her back a little bit. Yeah, it's better. Good girl. At least my experience with horses that are afraid of the whip is because the trainer has been launching the horse and doing groundwork with the horse and using the whip to do all the signaling. So the whip is not a reinforcement of the body language, but the whip is used to do and make commands. So it's like if you want your horse to trot, you do like this behind the horse and the horse starts trotting. But you haven't kind of pointed, then stepped, and then done a whole series of body language towards the horse to ask for trot. You just go like trot, canter, and then maybe stop, and then you turn and whip on the other side of the horse. And I think most riders understand it when they are riding, that you know, if you use your whip without using your leg aid first, it doesn't make sense. First you use leg aid, then you clock, and then you whip, in that order. When you ask your horse to go forward, you don't go straight to the whip. You do kind of this, you use your aids in a series of cues, where the whip is not the first cue. Yeah, I really can't think of anything to scare her now. Yes, I think that was about it. Now we have gone through the tarp, the clappers, and the flapping plastic with the black mare. And she's like calm as a cucumber.